Hmm. Hmm. Liverpool 1, Everton 0. And you know what that means, guys? 4 more wins to go. 12 more points until number 20 comes home. Now, there's a lot of things you need to speak about within the game today, but the most important thing is the 3 points. So big up to Liverpool, big up to the boys. And I can't even lie, I'm over the moon with the win. Listen, I'll be honest, it was a difficult watch at times, man. It was a difficult watch at times. And Liverpool don't typically do well after the international break performance-wise. And we weren't at our scintillating best today, but we got the job done. And 3 weeks from now, no one's going to care about how we played today, if I'm being honest. But before we carry on, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. We're like 16 or 15 subscribers away from 16,300. And we also want to like the videos. So make sure you smash that thumbs up button down below. Let's get to 300 likes. Big up the Liverpool community. Big up the BSB community. And drop a comment below on who you thought your man of the match was. But let's get into it now. Let's just get into it. Because for real, I had so many frustrations at parts of the game, but I really want to I just want to start with the positives, because for me, guys, Curtis Jones at right back today, slot, Curtis, absolutely brilliant performance from Curtis today, especially the clearance at the end of his weaker foot, coming over the shoulder, VVD style. You know what I'm saying? Curtis, the only Scouser playing today. Yeah. The only Scouts are playing in the team today again, and he knew what it meant. He knew what it meant to play. He knew what it meant in the game. He had the grit. He had the bite. He had the he was dribbling well. He knew what it epitomized to be a Scouser in a Merseyside derby. Curtis Jones was all of those things today. He barely put a foot wrong, in my opinion. He won his duels. He was good in the air, which isn't really his side of the game. The ball was basically stuck to his foot. So playing out and keeping the ball was absolutely a no-brainer, very easy job for him. Now, I've been an advocate of putting Szoboszlai right back. And of course, I knew a centre mid was going to be put right back for one of these upcoming games, considering the fact that there's no Gomez, there's no Trent, and there's no Conor Bradley. But obviously, it wasn't Szoboszlai today, it was Curtis Jones. And now, listen, I have to give the credit to Slot as well. He made a tactical tweak in the game, and ultimately, it worked. Now, there could have been a phase where maybe we did draw the game 1-1. There were times where the game was balanced on the knife edge, and of course, it could have gone either way. And maybe if we do lose the game or draw the game, I'm not really speaking from, I'm not really going to, probably wasn't going to talk about this tactical change in as high regard as I probably would have. But that's not the case. We did win the game, and it worked out to be a very good tactical tweak that Slot has made. And one thing about Slot is that when he does make mistakes, it's nice and refreshing to see that he is able to look back, reflect, and make the right amendments to go and get the next result and do what's best for the team. And I think Slot's done that brilliantly. And I said, well done to Curtis Jones. For me, my man in the match today, very closely followed by Luis Diaz, who we'll get onto in a second. But yeah, man, big up Curtis Jones in his performance at right back today, man. I don't want him to be maybe branded as a right back going forward. I think for me, I'd much rather see Szoboszlai at right back. But listen, if Curtis Jones is going to perform like that, I don't mind him putting in the shift. Let's not act like he wasn't up against the greatest attackers in the world as well. So I will add that in there as well. Jack Harrison and co. Not the most difficult wingers to come up against, but he still had a job to do, and he done it very well. Now, going forward as well, we have to speak about Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz for me today, he was good today. He was good today. I think he still needs to work on that end product. Still very wasteful, still very erratic. But today, he was a handful. Puts in the cross from Mo Salah's header. Gets the assist for Jota's moment of brilliance as well. He was huffing, he was puffing, he was getting the ball at deep positions, trying to take players on, trying to make things happen, huffing and puffing, trying to do what we had to do. And in the end, we did prevail, and we made the breakthrough, and he was a big part of that. Luis Diaz today, hold your head high, bro. Hold your head high. Absolutely over the moon for Luis Diaz. And I think, with Gakpo kind of still battling for match fitness, I think there's a spot for left wing for Luis Diaz for the rest of the season. If Chiesa's not going to play many minutes either. So, in a time where we are quite sluggish coming back from international break, I'm glad he was there to kind of step up and make things happen. Another player I wanted to talk about today. In fact, you know what? We have to get to the red card. Forget all that for a second. That tackle from James Tarkowski was GBH, blood. Yeah, it was GBH. It was assault. It was assault. How the hell have they given that as a yellow card, reviewed it, and they've gone, yeah, calm, check complete? Do you know how high that challenge was? How high the challenge was? Look, let me go on McAllister's Instagram right now. Let me go on Max's Instagram right now. You'll see the picture like that. Look at Max's Instagram. Look at McAllister's Instagram. Look his leg. Look at his leg. That is not a red. I can't believe it. You have to protect the players. You have to protect the players. Honestly, this is a Merseyside derby. That game easily could have gone out of hand just because of that one tackle alone. And even not to mention Darwin Núñez getting a card for rolling back onto the pitch after getting cleaned out by Jordan Pickford, and he sees nothing. The PGMOL, it's a joke at times. It's an absolute joke with some of the decisions they make. There's no consistency. Yes, Tarkowski got the ball, but that is a leg-breaking tackle. That could have been a career-ending tackle. I don't care what no one says. That is one of the most horrendous decisions, right up there with Skelly's red card. That is one of the most horrendous decisions made in the Premier League this season. I don't care what no one says. Absolutely horrendous decision. I can't be asked, man. I can't be asked. Listen, I'll be honest, yeah. Beto is a handful. Van Dijk and Konate today, I feel like in the first half especially, they really did struggle, and Beto was an absolute handful. We absolutely caught life when he hit the post, and we also caught life when he was marginally offside for the goal. I think Virgil wasn't at his best today. I think Konate wasn't at his best today, and I also think Robbo was okay. But for me, we got through the game. I look at the midfield between McAllister and I look at Gravenberch, and it was more of a battle. Whenever you play Everton, it's always going to be a battle. Everton have conceded 37 goals this season. To put that into context, Nottingham Forest, who are described as one of the best defenses in the league, have actually conceded 35. Only 2 goals difference. That shows you how resolute Everton have been all season. They're just not very good at going up and scoring at the other end. And for me, Everton made it very, very difficult for us today. I'm not even going to lie to them. So listen, as much as I hate to credit them, I have to credit them to them for their performance. They made us have to dig deep. And listen, the goal. Diogo Jota, I have been on you. The fan base have been on you. People are telling you you're rubbed. I've been telling you you're done out here. That is the old Diogo Jota. That is the Diogo Jota we know. That is the guy. That is Jota the shotter. Yeah? That is Jota the flipping slot. Hey, did you see the composure? Vim one, Vim twice. Sent the keeper the other way. That is the Jota we know. We get that guy back, then we get a lot more goals back. That is the guy that we want to rely on. Do you see what I'm saying? Listen, at times today, he was still quite wasteful. He was trying to make things happen. He wasn't in the game as much as we'd like him to be. But got Jota in the box is usually cash money. And it was his moment of brilliance that ultimately won us the game. And this was a massive 3 points. Don't get this twisted. This was a massive, massive 3 points for Liverpool. To stay 12 points clear with now only 8 games to go, you're just making it harder and harder, more and more impossible for teams to catch us. You know, it's wearing the teams below us down. It's wearing down the Arsenals, the Nottingham Forest. And ultimately, number 20 is coming home. I don't care what anyone's saying. And that is courtesy to Diogo Jota and Luis Diaz for the really cute flick as well. But listen, for me, Mo Salah wasn't very good either. Pretty much invisible for the game. But listen, he's allowed a couple games off for me. For what he's done this season, carrying Liverpool in the attack, I've got no qualms with Mo Salah, but we do need to see better from him as well. Núñez wasn't too bad when he came on either, actually, to be fair to him. So credit to him as well. But listen, Keller didn't have too much to do, but he commanded his box well, which is what we wanted because we know how dangerous Everton are from set pieces. But what I would say, we do really need to work on the counter-attacks and going against us the other way. There were way too many turnovers from corners that led to 3v2s, 4v3s, 3v2s. In situations going back the other end on the counter-attack in transition, man, and it was way too dangerous. Again, look, Everton aren't really that good in the final third, so it didn't amount to anything, but that is something that we definitely need to look at from corners and be more, take less risks, be less susceptible to counter-attacks from corners, man. It's our own corners as well, But listen, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know who you guys thought was the man of the match. I'm going to go Curtis Jones, but make sure you shout out Diaz as well, blood. Yeah, shout out Lucha the Colombian Fagaro, bro. But listen, guys, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you got this far. We'll see you in the next one. Liverpool 2, Everton 1. 4 more games to number 20. Let's go, man. Peace, people.